Tiny homes for the homeless are being set up with plumbing and power on a site off Union Avenue in Olympia. The new tiny homes village for 40 to 50 homeless people will open in January to help ease the pressures of homelessness in downtown Olympia's shelter and on the streets. A standing room only crowd attended an informational forum Thursday night at Olympia Activity Center to hear officials involved in the Plum Street Village project, which is next to the city of Olympia's Yashiro Japanese Garden. Sharon Lee, the founding executive director of the Low Income Housing Institute, which has established housing for the Puget Sound region, including Olympia and Lacey, explains why the Plum Street Village Tiny Homes project is needed.
Because we have such a severe lack of shelters and lack of affordable housing. We, as you know, we're a housing nonprofit and we own and manage 2,200 units of housing, but the need is so much. And it takes, like when we decide we're going to build a building, it takes 4 years. Buy the land, finance it, get the permits, go under construction. It is just a long wait. In the meantime, people are just suffering while they're staying on the street.
The Institute will manage and oversee people who live in Plum Street Village's 8 by 12-foot tiny homes, which are intended as temporary shelter until permanent housing can be found. The organization already manages 10 tiny home villages in Seattle, helping more than 2,000 people find jobs and housing. In Olympia and Lacey, the organization owns and manages Billy Frank Jr. Place, Fleetwood Apartments, Magnolia Villa, and Arbor House. The Institute's case managers will work with village residents to help them obtain permanent housing, employment, health care, treatment, education, and other services. John Brown of Lacey will manage Plum Street Village. He is already managing a village in Seattle.
Anybody has time to definitely go to a tiny house village and to see what it's like and to see the amount of people, the amount of compassion, the amount of tenacity, the amount of love that goes into not being there but also building and helping. And it's really about bringing community together, not only the community that will be in the village but also the community outside the village.
Colin DeForest, the City of Olympia's homeless response coordinator, talks about the people who will live at the village.
Individuals from Olympia, right? So this is very much an Olympia-centric program. We're going to target individuals from Olympia. We are going to target vulnerable individuals for sure. We're going to be looking, one example I can give you is we're going to target couples, right? We want to get as many individuals into these tiny houses as we can. I think couples without children are a challenging population to house. So that's kind of an example of kind of how that targeted use of coordinated entry will work.
Lieutenant Sam Costello, a public information officer for Olympia Police Department, says the police will routinely patrol Plum Street Village. No alcohol or drugs will be allowed at the village. Registered sex offenders are also barred from the village, and residents will be subject to a code of conduct that bans illegal activities and violence. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.